The other thing is to train, and you don't know what will happen in future. You don't have a call. Actually, is that you don't have a call to actually aim at it. But all in all, is that I'm training in isolation. I'm training alone, and I'm following actually team, and teamwork is what push every now and then in sports. So I'm missing most of the teammates from Henan and global in general, and it's really hard to get up and go for a run in the morning alone, and it's really hard. It's okay, you are shocked a little bit, but as human beings in this world, our priority number one is to be healthy and fit. And I think it was actually a good thought for IOC to postpone the Olympics to next year. The reason number one is that it's the healthy of the people, general public, healthy of the sportsmen and women. And that least that it's good to hold the Olympics when everybody is free in his mind to mingle with other people and play actually 100% of his capacity and the involvement that everybody, all the countries will actually come into Tokyo and participate. It was hard to hold the Olympics when some countries like Canada and Australia already pulled out of the games. And I think it was generally what I can say is that it was good for the IOC to postpone the Olympics for the betterment of all the people. I am actually following what's required, and they say if you want to be successful, it relies on what you are doing daily. So I'm doing my strength training in a good time. I'm doing exercises. I am with a physio all the time. If something small arises, then it's easily to be sorted. And training in a high level and maintaining it for that long. So I think to actually be on course during the strength training and doing long runs in a good time, then it helps me to chase away the injuries, because when the season is near, then I'm not in a hurry to be in shape because I've been training all the time. I didn't dream that, but I thought I'll try all my best to actually run well. And when I was young, then in Africa we are in a third world country, and our first priority is to board a plane and go to Europe to run and come back and taste the sweetness of flying up high in the skies. That was my first thing. Sometimes, but all the time is that I take truth amount, because if the pace is high, but sometimes when the pace is uncomfortable, I can breathe through the nose. But it's good and advisable to breathe through the mouth when you are running. The only thing is concentration and actually getting my priorities right. When I was young, I concentrated more fully on training. Like the way I'm training now, I could be more successful in track than what I actually achieved. I don't think I miss track races, but I'm happy with what I achieved for 10 years in track and field, and I'm really satisfied, and I don't miss track. But I like watching them, but I don't miss running on them on the field. It's not a big deal, but sometimes I don't have time to train for half marathon, and at the same time training for marathon. So all in all, is that I'm really valuing on time frame for the whole marathon than for the half marathon. I think it's a good advantage for any athlete to test how the body is reacting and how the body is coping with the speed in a half marathon, if you have time. It's hard for me to go back to the marathons, but sometimes I watch. But I watch the News 159 challenge to see what was happening, and I think that's the only race which I have watched many times to see what was going on track. I think I have more than 10 times. I think all the marathons was I didn't have the easiest and the hardest, but I can say the hardest is the first marathon when I was debuting in Ambac, because I was new and I didn't know what will happen in 30 kilometers, what will happen at 35, what will happen at 40 kilometers, because there is some theories whereby people who are actually competing in marathon was actually scaring us that when you actually when you are crossing 38 kilometers towards going to the whole marathon, there is you will get tired, you might pull out. But so it was a lot of things were in my mind that what will happen at 38, at 9 and 40. But I think that was the hardest marathon mental. One big difference is presence of crowd. Monza actually was the track was really hammed, and in Vienna it was really full. Personally, I don't start with people who I'm going to compete with them. Reason why I'm not starting them is that I value my training. I value what I am doing for 4 months or 5 months, and I am welcoming all people that we go together. If you train well and plan well, then you can be the winner that day. So I don't have time to actually get on to YouTube and see how one of the athletes have been actually racing and how he's reacting at the end of the race and everything. But all in all is that I'm respecting on what I have been doing and trusting myself and believing on myself that I'm the best when I'm in that field. Normal day of training like Tuesday is that after track session, then I'm heading back for breakfast. And eating breakfast is that try to eat oatmeal and then some fruits. Then I will eat bread and tea. And at lunchtime, then I'll have rice, potatoes, and beans. At 4 o'clock, I'll have porridge. And then supper time, then I'll have okali and maybe meat with some veggies, and then take a glass of milk. Okali is corn. It's maize flour. Made actually, it's easy to make a okali. They can actually go to YouTube or Google and Google how to make okali, but it's a maize flour. Before my workout is that I just ran on an empty stomach. The reason is that my body should be light and that in order for me to actually finish training in a high level. So when my stomach is full, then my stomach is heavy and I can't run and finish all the kilometers. I thought when I was in school that I would be maybe doing a management course and be one of the managers somewhere. But that did not come true because I ventured myself into sport and that's where I am now. I don't know, but the future will tell. But I'm seeing myself going all around the world, sensitizing the youth and the young people about the benefits of sport and how sport can help a human being to grow and be healthy. I trust and believe that when I go around to mentor kids, youth, and the general public in the whole world, I can actually reach over 3 billion people, and that's a big impact on coaching a few people. I think the first thing to know is that being mentally fit is more important than anything else. But above all is that you should be physically fit in order for your mind to control the body. If you are not fit, then your mind can actually struggle to hold the pain in the legs because you are not fit. But when you are fit physically and mentally, then you can be able to control anything which comes on your way. I don't know when and how, but I just got it on the way because, running on training for marathon is really cumbersome and tiresome. and I had to actually prepare my mind to actually absorb the big training, the fastest trainings, and really know that this is the moment I'm doing it in a happy way, in a easy way, 80% of my effort without any pain, then that's the only way to go through. Pressure is really affecting, it's really high, and it affects my thinking. You know, when you are actually, everybody wants to see how you are performing. So it's really actually giving me more weight on my shoulders. And that's why I always try all the best to calm my mind and just get away of thinking too much on the performance. The only challenge is challenge to face the unthinkable, and I'm proud that I tried in Monza to run the unthinkable, and that challenge whereby human beings cannot believe that they can run in 2 hours. But I tried in Monza, but I achieved in Vienna, and I am proud of that challenge. I think I still value what going to the road and seeing that it's the only way to perform. Geoffrey Kamworor is the one I'm seeing that will follow my footsteps. Already he's a half marathon record holder, and I think he's capable of running very fast marathons in future. I have Jonathan Korir. I'm training with him as far as marathon concerned. But track session is we have very young people like Matejko. I think they have a bright future. We have Vincent. I think they are good boys. And as the time goes, they will grow and realize that their dreams actually are valid. My favorite athlete is I can say outside Kenya I still value Haile, and at the same time, you know, my coach mentored me a lot, and that's what I'm carrying in my mind is what Patrick Sang has taught me. But outside the sport, outside athletics, is that I still see Lewis Hamilton as the best one, and it's actually in my mind. I will pass your regards. Please stay safe.
Will do, mate. You too. Hi to everyone. Thanks, Eliud. See you soon, mate. Bye.
Bye.